Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, first we'll start with the Quran recitation. Jazakumullah khair. Okay, this is. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان متكئين على رفرف خضر وعبقري حسان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان تبارك اسم ربك ذي الجلال والإكرام. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة تبارك اسم ربك ذي الجلال والإكرام. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا وبست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء منبثا وكنتم أزواجا ثلاثا فأصحاب الميمنة ما أصحاب الميمنة وأصحاب المشأمة ما أصحاب المشأمة. صدق الله العظيم. جزاكم الله خير. Brother Rizwan, Jazakallah khair. Right now we're going to have him talking about dua, which is an essential part of our deen. So please pay attention, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. And I ask Allah that we benefit from what he has to say. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Should we close that door? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Hera, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm going to be pointing out people today because I know all of you. So, yeah.
Look very nice.
Thank you. Jazakallah khair. It's the Kufi, I think, right? All right. So where is the answer to my dua? Here we go. It's exams time, right? And so we're all studying like crazy, right? Yes, this is Rutgers, so we're all studying like crazy, but that's only half of it. The other half is what? Is actually calling out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and making dua. But how do we know that that dua will be accepted, will be, kabul by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So, dua is hands down one of the most powerful tools in Islam. If we ever wanted to speak to our Lord and Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala personally, one-on-one, that connection, then dua is our link. Tell me if this has ever happened to you. Ready? You want something really, really badly, like extremely badly, and you make dua for it. And you make dua, you make dua, you make dua, and then what happens? It doesn't get accepted. How many of us have been there? So that has happened. Really? A lot of you like, no? You always get what you wanted? What kind of dua you're making? Like, why am I even up here then? Like, I'm sure all of us have been there at one point where we make dua for something and we really want it, but it doesn't get accepted. And when this happens, we have to ask ourselves, why? Why isn't our dua accepted? Isn't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ar-Razzaq? Isn't He the provider? Doesn't He love us? The answer to that question is because it's us. It's not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So today we're going to look at why when you make dua it doesn't get accepted. We're going to look at how to make dua and how also not to make dua. There are etiquettes of making dua. When you're at a dinner table and there are proper etiquettes at a dinner table, you eat with your right hand and you drink with your right hand, you don't talk when there's food in your mouth, stuff like that. There are proper etiquettes. Just like that, there are proper etiquettes of making dua. For example, and we're going to get to this a little bit later, but for example, I know you've seen this, especially as brown people, as Desis, we do this all the time. Ready? So yeah, Faisal does this a lot. We're making dua, ready? After salah, and after salah is one of the best times to make dua. We make dua and we go like this. You see people go like this, ready? Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya. It's like, that's wrong. You don't cover your face when making dua, okay? And that's common sense. And we'll get to that a little later. That's just proper etiquette when you get to making dua. So we're going to talk about we're going to talk about three things today, and inshallah I won't be talking for that long. We're going to have Brother Bilamis will talk about the rights of women afterwards tonight.
That was a cheap shot.
It was a joke, okay. Alright, so we're going to talk about who are we making dua to, what is dua, and also an actual hands-on activity on how to really improve our dua, how to make sure that we package our dua properly to get it accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alright, everyone with me so far? Yeah? Alright, let's go, let's begin inshallah. Bismillah. So who are we making dua to? And to illustrate this point, who are we making dua to? What is that connection between the one who is asking and the one who is asked? What is that connection? What is that link? What is that relationship? And that's what we're going to look at first, between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to illustrate this point, I'm going to quote just one hadith. One beautiful but powerful hadith. One hadith that my Sunday school 4th graders, and I kid you not, they were crying when they heard this hadith. And they're 4th graders, they're what, like, 9, 10-year-olds, right? You guys are much older, we're at Rutgers, hopefully we'll be crying too, I hope. I don't know, but inshallah, thank you. But they were tearing, they had tears in their eyes. You know why? Because they got it, they understood it. And the hadith is, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, our universe compared to Allah's kursi, you know what a kursi is? A footrest? Our universe compared to Allah's kursi is like what? Who knows? It's like a ring, you know, a ring in a desert. Subhanallah, think about that, a ring in a desert. And just, if you think about like our earth, planet Earth, compared to the size of our universe, it's like what? A grain of sand compared to the universe, right? But our universe compared to just Allah's kursi itself is like a ring in a desert. So just think about a ring, right? I'm in a desert. This is the best usage of a board ever, inshallah. Bird's eye view of a big, a desert, right? A bird's eye view of a desert. If you throw a ring in there, will you be able to find it? Probably not. Let's throw a ring in there. Ready? Can anyone see that?
Yeah.
You can see it? Oh crap. A little bit too big. A little bit